Hey, Lily, you never told me that your little sister was such a looker. I mean, she's just stunning. Are you two even really related? Because I would just find that really hard to believe.
Sorry, Eric, what is this all about? I don't quite get what you mean by that.
Well, today when we went to go and meet your parents to tell them about our engagement, that was my first time ever meeting your sister. But I just had no idea that she was such a pretty lady. I mean, is she working as a model or something? Because she could. Do you know if she's seeing anyone right now? Does she have a boyfriend or a husband or something?
I don't know if my sister is dating anyone, but if you must know, she is a model, yes. Although she doesn't even do that full time, just every now and then from what I've heard.
But still, that's so amazing. Next time you see her, make sure to ask her whether or not she's seeing anyone. Also, if she says that she is single, would you mind giving her my number?
Hold on a second, what? Are you really asking your fiancé for another woman's number?
Almost had you there, didn't I? You didn't really think that I was serious about that, right? But does that mean that your sister Flora is going to take over your family's hotel business then? Because if she did, I think you can bet on business booming with a looker like her running things. Oh, are your parents still expecting you to take things over?
You know what, Eric? I am so sorry that even though I am going to take over the hotel, that I guess I'm not as pretty as my sister.
Oh, come on, I was just messing around. You know that I wasn't really being serious, right? Why do you always have to take things so seriously? You get mad way too easily.
I'm not mad right now, Eric. It's just that even if you were joking, you've been saying some really mean things to me. Besides, you're the one who was so interested in taking over your family's business in the first place. That's the whole reason I quit my job and started learning the ropes of how it works.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful that you've done that and stuff. You know, I really didn't think that you would quit your job and do all this because I just asked you to. I was really surprised when you did it.
Well then, maybe you should just watch the way that you talk to me then. Besides, you know that this weekend I'm going to that special training camp for hotel management. But I can already tell this isn't going to work unless we're both dedicated to the work.
Oh, don't worry. I'll give you all the help you need. You know that you can always count on me, right?
Look, if we actually take over the hotel, we're going to be doing that full time. We will literally be living in the hotel to be able to respond to anything that might come up. So this weekend has got to go really well.
Oh, come on. This is exactly why I married you. I know that you're a strong-willed driven woman, and if anyone is going to be able to run a hotel successfully, it's going to be you. But I promise to give you all the support that I can. You just have to say the word, okay?
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Okay then, I guess I'll see you this weekend, right? Hey there, Lily! You didn't tell me that you were engaged to the future owner of that old hotel in town. I wish you would have told me that you were just getting married for the money. You really couldn't tell just by looking at you, but you're a sneaky one, aren't you? Flora, I'm sorry, but you really have no idea what you're talking about at all. We're going to be taking over his parents' hotel business together and be running that place. It was going to be really tough, but after I finish this workshop this weekend, I'm actually going to be taking over operations. Wait, really? You're going to be running the hotel? Man, and here I was figuring out how I could get out of having to live with mom and dad, but you've already got it all figured out. Plus, this means that you're going to be making a lot of money, right? Sorry, but what do you mean by that? Well, I mean that you said you were going to be taking over operations for a whole hotel. Not to mention that you're marrying the heir to the business, so how much are you going to be bringing home? I bet you could make something like $500 a day. I mean, hotels make a lot of money, don't they? I don't think that my pay is going to be quite that crazy. Besides, even though I'll be taking over operations, it's still just on a training basis. I'm actually going to be keeping my part-time job while I'm being trained. Oh, come on, you know that you don't have to be modest for me, right? Tell me how much money you're going to make. Is it really that big of a deal? Flora, I'm really not lying to you about anything. But you're going to be marrying the heir to that hotel, right? I wonder if you're going to have to dress up like a little bellboy during your training. But your fiancé Eric is just a little older than you, right? You know, he isn't even that bad looking. I actually think he might even be my type. In fact, I think that I might just try and steal him from you. Flora, what on earth are you talking about? Come on, you know that I'm just joking, right? I would never do something like that. After all, I would hate to steal away the man who you're just marrying for his money. That wouldn't be very nice of me. Well, even if that was a joke, I didn't find it very funny, Flora. You haven't been nice to me at all during this conversation. Hey, do you think that you could introduce me to your fiancé formally sometime? Maybe the three of us could go out and grab dinner or something. Anyways, in the meantime, good luck with all your training. Hey, Eric, what is your problem? Where are you right now? You do know that we're supposed to be getting married today, don't you? So maybe you could care to explain to me just what this note is that you left saying that you're going to run off and elope with my little sister?
Oh, Lily, I was wondering when I was going to hear from you. Yeah, I'm really sorry about all this, but I think that Flora and I are just meant to be, so that's why we're running off together. Go ahead and tell everyone at the wedding venue that the whole thing is off.
I don't believe you. What on earth do you mean that you two are meant for each other? You know, I was thinking that you'd been acting suspiciously lately. But I didn't think it was because you were plotting to run away with my sister.
Yeah, but what could I do? I mean, your sister is just such a looker, and I am a man after all. Besides, when she came to me and told me that she wanted to marry me, well, how could I refuse her? It was like a dream come true or something like that, you know?
Well, you need to wake up right now and get back to reality. Because we are literally supposed to be getting married today, and I can tell you now that no good is going to come to you from this. Besides, if you and Flora run off, then what's going to happen to your parents' hotel?
This isn't my problem anymore. In fact, as long as I've lived, I've never ever wanted to take over that musty old hotel.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's true. But as my parents' only son, I had no choice but to agree to take it over. But all the time I was looking for a way out. Besides, I was never good at any kind of business stuff or managing people. All I want to do is just relax and live my life without anything to worry about.
You are just crazy. Do you know that? I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, the thing is that I never ever had the bravery to actually run from all of this. I was so ready to have to take things over. But then when I met you, I realized that I could count on you to do most of the work, and then I wasn't as worried. Until I met your sister. She approached me and asked if I wanted to run away and marry her, and the moment she asked, I knew that I was going to be able to do this.
So then you're really just going to run away and never come back? And you're just going to completely abandon your parents' legacy with a second thought?
Yep, you summed it up pretty nicely. But you can have it if you want.
You are just incredible, do you know that? You're really going to abandon your family business just to run away with my sister?
Well, let's face it. You were always much better equipped to take care of it than I was. I'm sure that my parents would be more than happy to know that it was you taking over their business instead of me. In fact, it's thanks to you and your sister that I found the bravery to run away like this. Now that I know that you'll still be here to take over the hotel, I can finally sleep well.
I can't believe that you waited until our wedding day to tell me all of this. And now you're just going to run away like this and abandon everything for Flora?
Right, well, anyways, good luck taking care of the hotel. You can do it.
In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy living a fabulous life with my wealthy new boyfriend. Wait a second, boyfriend? Is this Flora right now? That's right. I just asked Eric to pass me his phone so that we could talk. I guess I ended up stealing your rich fiancé from you after all, huh? But now that I'm with him, it's clear to me that he and I go far better together than you two do. For the last time, I wasn't marrying him for his money. And even if you steal him away from me like this, things are not going to go how you think they are. Besides, how is Eric going to be wealthy without his hotel? You still don't know anything, do you? Nothing has changed. Eric is still his parents' only son. So that means that he's the only one who's going to be there to get to take care of them when they get older. Besides, even if we do run away like this, his parents are still going to support us. What choice do they have? You really think you're going to get away with this? Of course. After all, you must know how easy his parents have made his life and how soft they are on him. They might not like what they're doing, but they aren't going to stop us. So now we're never ever going to have to work again, and we'll just get paid out every month. We'll be able to do whatever we want. Maybe we'll even go travel the world. You two really think that your lives are going to be that perfect from here on out? Aw, don't be jealous just because you'll be stuck working at the hotel. Just remember that all your hard work is going to be lining our pockets and funding our travels. You have got to be kidding me. You really think that this stupid plan of yours is going to work out? You think you can just leave the hotel for me to take care of and run off like this? This is the stupidest idea that you've ever had. Oh, just quit your whining already. You're just mad because I stole your husband and you lost. Lost? This isn't a game. This is real life. I don't care what you say. I know that I'm right. In fact, I'm so confident this will go well that I've already quit my job. And to think that Eric was almost going to marry an ugly girl like you. You are really just ridiculous. Do you know that? Oh, please. As if you can even be mad at me when you were going to marry him for his money like I am. You're just mad that I'm never going to have to work another day in my life while you'll be slaving away in that hotel. So I guess I'm not only the prettier sister, I'm also the smartest. Okay, fine. Let's do this. Have a nice life. What are you talking about? Is this your way of still being a sore loser? Oh, I'm not sore, and I'm certainly not a loser. But you should know that I'm set to inherit the hotel. If anything, I'm glad that dead weight like Eric is finally going to be gone. Dead weight? What are you talking about? Go ahead and tell him this for me. Tell him that his parents are going to leave the hotel to me, and that you two are never getting any money from them. What are you talking about? You really don't think that his parents are going to help him at all when he's their only son? You really don't know anything, do you?
Hey, Lily, what the heck is going on here, huh? What the heck did you go and say to my parents? Huh?
I'm sure that I have no idea what you're talking about at all right now, Eric.
I mean, that I just got a call from my parents. They told me that now that I've run away with Flora, they don't even consider me their son anymore. They told me that if I want to get money every month, that I would have to go out and find a job. And to think, after all I've done for them. They told me that they were never even going to send me a cent, even if I was desperate.
Well, that all makes sense to me, Eric. I mean, did you really think that you running away like this would wind up any other way?
Of course I didn't. They can't do this to me. I mean, I'm their only son. I'm the only one that they can count on. They aren't supposed to be treating me like this.
Well, yes, you were their only son and heir to their hotel. But now that you've run away and you have no interest in the business, what would your parents have to gain by sending you money? Besides, with me here to take care of things, there's really no need for you to be around at all.
But then, you're really serious? You're really going to inherit the hotel from my parents?
I'm sorry, but weren't you the one who ran off with my sister and told me I'd be better at doing that job anyways?
Well, yeah, sure, I said that, but I didn't think that would mean that my parents would just leave the hotel to you.
You mean to tell me that Flora still hasn't told you about any of this? I told you to tell her that I would be taking over the hotel and that your parents don't need you around anymore now that you ran off with her. I mean, did you really think they wouldn't care at all if you cheated on your fiancé and ran off with her sister?
Wait, hold on just a second. What do you mean they don't need me anymore?
Well, I mean, I actually really enjoyed my training. And I think that you were right. I really do have a knack for this management stuff. It really is just like you said.
But then, they're really just going to abandon me like this?
That's right. I think your mom took it the hardest, though. She admitted to always spoiling you when you were little. She blamed herself for your irresponsibility and said that you would have never had the disposition to take over the family business. Both your parents were so nervous about leaving the business in your hands. Until I came along, that is.
You have to be kidding me. That can't be happening.
Well, it is, and when you ran off with Flora, that really was the last straw for them. After you did that, you left both your parents in sheer shock. But then your mom turned around at the wedding venue, looked at me, and said this was their chance to set everything right. She said that since you were out of the picture now, that I was the clear choice to take over the hotel. Not to mention they wanted to apologize to me for what you, their idiot son, did.
So then, they're really just going to give you their life's work and give me nothing?
It sure seems that way, doesn't it?
But then, where am I supposed to get money from? How am I supposed to live?
Well, you and Flora could go and try getting jobs. How about that? Or did you two really not think that far with this little plot of yours? Either way, you two aren't my problem anymore, and I never want to hear from either of you again. I am going to sue the two of you for breaking off our engagement with your affair. And then you really will be left with nothing. After that, I took Eric and Flora to court for their affair, which resulted in the breaking off of our marriage. They begged Eric's parents to try and bail them out of this mess, but both of them refused to go along with it. In the end, Eric realized that he had nobody in his corner anymore. Even Flora, once she found out that Eric was penniless, said that she would leave him as soon as the lawsuit finished. They both ended up having to take out loans to afford to pay the legal fees, and then they went their separate ways. My family agreed to cut off Flora and never talk to her again, while Eric's parents did the same with him. In the meantime, I used the money I got from the lawsuit to concentrate on the hotel full-time by quitting my job. This is going to be my first winter here, but things have been going so well at the hotel that for the first time in decades, we are going to be completely booked out. Eric's parents say that it's all thanks to the hard work I've been putting into the hotel. I guess in some ways, I'm grateful to Eric for pushing me into a business that I never would have tried without him. Not that I'd ever tell him that.